All right, you are listening to the last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank, and with me, as always, is Jason Miller.
Hey,
We got John Walmsley in the cut,
What's up, guys?
and Randy Ray McGuff Woden.
pew pew pew. What's this?
Yeah. The Roberts are not with us this time. They called in sick, so I wish Rob would have showed up so I could have.
Rob has
told
technical
him-
difficulty.
Well, I wish he could have came through because I really got some things I wanted to say about his selection. And I wanted to ask him if he doesn't even like us or something, because just the fucking I mean, I'm notorious for having like a bad taste, but still, let's get into it. He picked Fright Vision. He's not here to defend himself, which I don't think he liked
I'm
it
not
either.
sure he would.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't like it. He told me immediately after watching it that it was terrible. But yeah, the summary for this movie, this is what it says. This is what they wrote in their own IMDb. Prepare yourself for 5 twisted tales of terror hosted by everyone's favorite sinister succubus, Dr. Bubenstein.
Favorite my ass.
Dr.
Good
Bubenstein.
God.
I am your host, Dr. Rebecca Bubenstein, but you can just call me Dr. Bubenstein.
Features vicious vixens, flesh-eating mist, vengeful Aztec gods, talking corpses, sinister Santas, and more. So sit back, turn out the lights, and get ready for your worst nightmares to unfold.
Again and again and again.
Jason, do you have any information on this thing? Did they put this out?
I couldn't find a tagline. It's distributed by Wild Eye Releasing. And you can pick this up on DVD for $12.95.
And then you can kill yourself. What the fuck would you do that for?
Yeah.
There's nothing good about it. The best thing I've seen related to this was the trailer, which looked better than the poster, which looks like shit and does I don't know. This movie was written and directed by a gang of folks. Most notably is probably the lady who plays this favorite sinister succubus, Dr. Bubenstein.
Then she should know better. She should have known better.
Her name is no, she shouldn't. Let me list off some of her credits. Her name is Rebecca Reinhardt. She's known for such films as Slumber Party, Slaughter Party, parts 1 and 2. That's right. I didn't have a stroke. That's the name of that movie. Sharks of the Corn. Natasha Nighty's Boudoir of Blood. 13 Slaves Till Xmas, The True Tale of Old Splitfoot versus the Lesbian Warrior Nuns of the Great White North.
I'm watching that one.
Debbie Does Demons. Catnado. Sister Krampus. She also, she plays Dr. Bubenstein in this movie and in a movie called Faces of the Dead and Boobs, Blood, and Mayhem Volume 1. So there's a part 2 coming, at least, if they've named it for 1. But I've never hated a horror host more in my fucking life.
Never.
First of all, she's like the worst version of an Elvira clone that you've ever seen. And she's decided to put on this Professor Freud accent for some reason. It's like,
why?
And it's bad.
So dumb.
Why
So
is it
dumb.
there?
And what was up with that blue fucking background? That basic just what the fuck was that?
She's cute. She's cute. Her tits are out. Like, what? Why do you need an accent? Just be cool. Like,
right?
It's not hard.
You are the worst part of this movie.
Yeah, for sure. And she shows up quite often.
No, she wasn't.
For me, for her accent, she just talk high pitched most of the time. And but you ain't even doing the accent anymore. You're just talking super high.
And
like she got under my skin.
I wrote
the segments were bad, but she made me mad. Like, I was furious.
And in comparison, I think this is sort of like a really shitty, like somebody saw 1031 and was like, we're gonna do that, and then they put her in there, like put Malvolia in that many places. This bitch is popping up in between every fucking thing. And I wrote down like terrible decision to do the accent, terrible decision all around, from wardrobe to backdrop, everything. I'd rather have that old punk rock dude from the Brain Damage movies. Have you ever seen is it Brain Damage? Yeah, the Brain Damage films guy. Remember him? Have you ever seen any of their releases? This old dude that has punk rock spikes comes out and he's like, "How's it going? You're about to watch." He's like really terrible, but I would rather have him or anybody.
Sounds better.
Anybody from YouTube. Yeah, it's like this whole movie is like the reason I was talking to you earlier and said they should have just made a porno is because this is that quality. There's no mic, there's no like boom mic or anything to make sound work. It's just what I think is camera audio. It sounds so fucking terrible. And if they would have just made a pornography film, it would have serviced the community more than this waste of time, because there's nothing beneficial about this. The first segment is about a girl trying to get into porn. But I think, don't you just start making porn? Is it that hard to get into it? Like, don't you just get a camera and just start doing it? I mean,
well, nowadays, yeah.
But this is a modern film, Ray.
Right.
There's no actual prestige in pornography, right? Like they might have
there's agencies though.
They might have like an award show where you can win the best anal scene, but that you're not putting that next to your picture.
There's
Pornhub,
which you can do yourself, and then there's Vivid Entertainment, which has actually got money back behind it.
Right, but how much money? I mean, you're not hanging. There's no prestige in it. Like, well, I mean, but think about the most artistic.
The production values up there. You got sets, you got lighting, you got
a nice hotel
camera angles.
I'm just saying, you know,
don't talk porn all the way.
Do you think it would have been harder to get in? Porn. Do you think it was harder to get into this movie or porn? Would
this
it would have been harder to get into porn.
This whole first segment is just weird to me because the questions just keep coming, and John kind of cleared it up for me. But first of all, why would they go out and pick up those two dudes that they pick up for some fun? And what location did they find those two guys hanging out? Because they didn't look like they didn't look like two guys that were hanging out, right? It's like a Magic the Gathering.
They were just walking around.
The black cat.
And you said it was Fallen Angels or something like that. Like, is that?
That's what I mean. That's what it looked like to me. She had those angel wings tattoos, and instead of I saw that this had a budget of 20 grand, so I presume 5 tails, 4 grand, and then they all kicked in for Bubenstein.
Jesus Christ.
So,
do you think they just paid for her Bubensteins? And probably most of the budget went to.
Probably.
Yeah, they couldn't even fill in that blue background.
Couldn't even put a fucking plant back there or anything.
Yeah,
but she was like,
have your tits out. That's
fine. But the one chick, she was a demon, and she's like, "Let me teach you," and all that shit. And then she started rubbing off the angel wings. So it was like fallen angels.
That's if that's what you're kicking this movie off with, you know. And then it goes into that.
That was the most creative.
It's the best one. It's the best one in it, I guess.
No,
it really,
sir.
I guess.
What?
No, I mean, for me, I hated every moment further in this was worse for me. The second story with the fucking starts right off with some bad stock assets, some of the worst cell phone green screen things. It's like they edited this whole segment on a phone almost.
Probably did.
There's just no attention to detail at all in this segment. This guy comes home and his wife's stirring a big pot of whatever the fuck. And then she goes, there's like all this shit they just show you for no reason. And then when they sit down, they're eating a chicken strip and what looks like a pile of frozen vegetables from what was in the fucking big pot. Who cares? Why show me that? Cut all that out. Get me right to where I need to be, which is where all these skeletons start popping up and don't make any fucking sense either. Waste of time, waste of everyone's time. The people that made it could have probably just, I don't know, got diarrhea and stayed at home. There was literally shit was fucking terrible.
It was not a good story.
They show everything in this segment, like from the guy walking all the way up the steps to fucking going inside, having a little talk with the wife, taking the trash out. everything is like almost real time. It fucking sucks. Then they went and got a bunch of skeleton decorations from the fucking Halloween store.
Spirit.
Yeah.
That's where the budget went. Spirit.
Yeah.
This is where I was like, I gotta stop writing notes down a little bit, because it's a dumpster fire, the whole thing. There's not any redeeming qualities. I don't know why that you always have to have a Christmas themed segment in a fucking anthology movie, but almost all of them do, and I don't get it. Is it like just part of the formula? You got to have it in there. But yeah, what did you think was the best segment, Jason?
Well, I just got a few things to say about all of them. Wait, are you done?
Yeah, I gave this a 1. I mean, I gave this thing a 1.
I don't think that's much of a surprise.
If you can, no, that's not what I wrote down. I will give this a 1 if you can find one good quality about it. I give it a 0.
Well, maybe I could find a little bit for you. So yeah, low budget independent horror anthology, and I don't like to shit on people's work, but I was forced to watch this, so I wouldn't have had to watch it. I would have watched the trailer, seen that this wasn't for me, and then I wouldn't have had to ever say anything about it. But this is where we are. Already covered the worst part of it was this Bubenstein. I don't even know why.
You don't need it.
Why did she need to be German? Did I miss something?
Well, they've made her
decided
they were like,
well, Bubenstein, that's German.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, but okay. So yeah, that was
was Dr. Frankenstein, did he have that accent? I haven't seen like any Frankenstein shit, so I don't know.
If he had an accent, it was English.
Yeah, it was like old English.
First segment, just awful, bad acting, stupid story, didn't like it. In a way, this is another movie that I was kind of glad for the ads on Tubi, because it gave me a chance to take a freaking break. It did take me 3 different viewings to finish this.
Nothing like dragging that shit out, man. It was like, it makes it worse.
That's why I said I couldn't decide if I liked the commercials because it gave me a break, or if I didn't because it just drug out the whole overall experience.
Oh my God.
Second segment looks even worse than the first. Plastic skeletons, green slime, and that was their bang. The third segment, I think, is the best one. Now, it's still rough, but I thought there was, at least out of these, this had the best effects. There were some decent effects on there. There was a good kill with the beheading. Somewhat of a plot, even though it was bonkers. There was they put a little bit of effort into the writing, but I don't understand, why did they dub the lead actress? Why did they dub her vocals? Or her audio? Because it sounds worse than the rest of the audio, whatever it was, the camera or boom mic. I don't know what they had.
They did not have.
They probably forgot to hit record on the set.
I guarantee you. I want to know what equipment they used to make this movie, because it almost sounds like one of those Zoom mics like I have, where it's directional.
I don't think.
But if you have it pointed in the wrong direction, it's not going to catch anything. And I don't know.
Maybe they didn't pick her up.
Probably.
I was so mad about the sound. I tried to find who the sound guy was. And they don't even listen. I went through for like half an hour.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that they dubbed it, but it sounded worse than the other audio. But I'm guessing you're probably right. She probably was too quiet and they had to do it, but whatever. No, they even used it wasn't good, but they used a little bit of lighting. They used some colored lighting, some okay, like it looks like someone had some idea how to shoot with I don't even want to call it cinematography, but you know what I mean? Like it looks better than the rest of them. It's shot better than the rest of them. And I thought there was a couple legit funny parts. Like I actually laughed on this one. I don't know. I can't tell you what they are, but I did jot it down.
Anything's, any nourishment, in the desert.
Talking cat on this one. I don't know. I like this one the best. Fourth segment, kind of clever with the bodies talking to each other. Other than that, that's all that segment.
Now, by the time
This
you get to this point in the movie, you are burnt out.
Yeah.
This thing wears you out. It's just,
all I did was clock watch.
It's fucking,
kept checking the time. After that first segment, it was only like 11 minutes in, and this Bubenstein pops back up with her voice. I was like, "Oh my god!" I checked my foot, or I checked the time on the movie. It's like 11 minutes. This segment, this Christmas segment, I don't even know what they were trying to. I don't know what they were doing with the story. I couldn't follow it. I also didn't care, so maybe it was my fault. But it was just all the relationships of each other, their family members, and what I could not keep track of what was going on. And Christmas horror is one of my favorite subgenres, so I'm guessing that's why they always throw it in anthologies. But God, if you ain't gonna do it justice, I just had no interest in this one. It was just a confusing mess. I give the whole thing a 1. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but I give it a 1.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have even watched the fucking trailer for this.
The poster's really bad.
all I base on is the cover on Tubi, just the thumbnail.
Yeah. That's all you need.
All I go by. Yep. And then, so yeah. First line, Christ, Dr. Bubenstein. Yeah, listen, of course she's gorgeous. She's got a nice rack. But I'm with you guys. The accent.
But so would you, John, if you bought one. Just put it in.
Whatever.
I mean, that's just when you have no talent at all, and that's all you have.
Whatever. She's getting work.
Yeah. Hey.
Or her boobs are, anyways. But whatever. Work is work. Money's money.
Gotta pay them off.
That blue backdrop, though. Oh,
I got one of
those. That was so annoying. They could have, I don't know.
They could have blue screened it out and put something behind her.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They probably would have picked the stock flames.
Yeah, or like a forest, woods, or
yeah, probably, or something. But yeah, anyways, all right. So even right from the first get-go, the audio is not good. So, but it does get worse. Yeah, the first story, the sex workers, fallen angels, demons, I guess they're just gonna do porn. All right, whatever. Or hook and kill dudes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Whatever. Good for you. You're demons now. Go for it. All right. The Green Mist. Shut the fuck up. Third story, archaeologists. I didn't even know what these names were. I just whatever. The ADR, the dubbing, garbage. Hated it. $4,000 a piece. I would have loved to have had $4,000 to make a movie. That'd have been sweet. I'd done something with it. But whatever. This is just
something
fun.
better. Something better.
Something better.
Who needs fun anyway?
Yeah. The fourth story could have been something cool on its own with better people. The idea was cool. I will say that. That was funny. They're just stuck there rotting and talking. That was a bit of a chuckle, but those people were just
he rents out the room for 4 more weeks and then puts his face. He ends up dying with his face right in his crotch. I laughed. I thought it was clever.
You got a good point. I'm probably gonna have to bump mine up to a 1 now that you've given me one reason to fucking not.
Yeah. So here's my notes. Here's my notes for that story. I go, 4th story, lonely guy wants woman, gets a hooker. Sound comes changed. Did you notice that the audio was just on the right side for the majority of that? What? Oh, come on.
Was you watching the headphones?
I was too. Yeah.
Yes, I was.
No.
I was.
It was all over the place. When something has bad audio and you're listening to it with headphones,
the worst.
It really fucks with you.
Yeah. And I said, then it goes to that horrendous sex scene. It's just, I know they were going for shock value, but No, dog. No, it's a no for me, dog. And then my next note is Jesus. This movie is god awful. I said dead hookers complaining. Audio gets back to normal. It just keeps going. That's it. The fifth story had the one redeeming quality for me of this movie, but not enough to raise it to a 1. The best editing of the whole movie. There was a shot of the Santa throws an axe into the security guard, and a security guard says, "I don't get benefits until next week." That was that was like a perfect edit. That was like the only professional edit in the entire film.
Yeah, I think every segment was
0.
Yeah, I think every segment was by a different person. I don't know. I didn't look into the details.
No, yeah, it was a total. Hey guys, I got 20 grand. Here's a few for you. You make your movies or something. You know what I mean? I don't even know if this had a producer.
No, I think they paid out of pocket for this.
20
grand.
Like
here, I don't have enough money to make a feature length, so let me get 4 of these.
Could you imagine
directors on my level to make an anthology go in together?
Could you imagine if they kickstarted it and you gave money? Oh my god. Holy shit. Ray, what's up with you? Where do you think?
What was your score?
It was a 0. It was a 0. It's not this type of indie ain't for me.
Once again, I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say the exact same things, only a little bit different. But yeah, it was fucking terrible. It was one of the worst experiences I've had, and I used to co-host Shock Fest.
Wait, hold on. What did you say there?
Yeah. I said it was one of the worst experiences. Can you not hear me okay?
Your audio is sounding a little funky.
Your audio sucks. It's about as good as this movie.
What happened?
For real?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm pretty much going to just say exactly what you guys said. This was one of the worst things I've seen, and I used to co-host Schlockfest. That's what I said. And yeah, doesn't have the same impact now. But anyways, I was watching this thing, and I'm with you. I had my surround sound on, and I had to fucking turn it off. This was the worst sound quality thing I've ever been involved with watching. Frank and I have done some independent films, and our sound is 1,000 times better than that. We had $0.
Well,
I don't understand it. I mean,
it's not hard to beat this quality. I'll be honest with you.
How could you have 2 fucking people in a room sitting next to each other on a bed and not understand one of them because their audio is so much different? It blew my mind. I actually looked for the guy to try to find his name so I could go.
It's the camera operator. It's the camera operator.
Whoever that guy is,
pretty much.
You. You're the worst.
They probably had a camcorder that had like a boom mic on it, and those things aren't worth shit. It's probably like a $200 camera. I don't know.
Awful. So anyways, I'll just run through real quick. Hated the first one. Fucking terrible. Just atrocious. Terrible writing, terrible acting. John pointed out the only thing about that one that made any sense was the angel wings. That was the only clever thing in that whole thing. Second one with the green mist, no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Fucking garbage. The third one with the idol, I know it had some okay parts, but the audio again shifts and is really terrible. But here's my problem with that one. I don't think anybody touched on it. The lady has this big reveal, right? Here's all these corporate head guys. They killed her whole family. Did you guys not notice that? They killed all of her kids and her fucking husband and her uncles. What are the odds of that? Like, I would have been okay if one of them had died and the rest of people were just shitty fucking conglomerates who killed other people. Who writes that? Who goes, got it? They killed all of her family. Her whole family's dead in different scenarios. What the fuck? And then the talking cat, I was just like, I'm not high enough for any of this. So
I totally forgot there was even a talking cat.
Yeah.
Well,
I should have fucking remembered that.
When you have a barrel of so much weird nonsense, it's hard to remember.
Bonkers.
It was such a mishmash.
Then I actually liked the one that was in the hotel room for what John was saying, it had its own thing, and Jason, it's its own thing. It could have been great by itself. Like, let's find out what this weirdo is doing. Where is he from? Why is he killing hookers like by accident all the time? Because it seemed like a recurring thing. He had done it before. It really felt that way. So, and I love the ending. Was really funny. I laughed right out loud, but it was so terrible. And I thought the chick was kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. That's my kind of girl right there. She's a little dirty. She hasn't taken a shower in a day. I don't know.
She's slowly rotting.
She might have just got off of work at a stripper pole,
little rigor mortis.
Yeah, just a little bit, But anyway, so that's the only time I actually was like, I didn't say it was good. I just was like, yeah, okay. That last one though, fucking hell. Again, all over the place. I have no idea what's happening. Two cool things happened in the whole thing. I kept going, please end. And then this rip off of Elvira, again, I don't know. I'm with you guys. I don't know what her idea is. Like, this, because there's
barely one there. I mean,
yeah, most character actors, like Elvira, for example, that if you meet that lady in real life, she's clearly not Elvira, right? But she has this persona. She has an idea. This lady didn't seem like she had any idea what she was doing. She was just making it up as she went along, and it was like Jason said, grating. Like, I literally
there's usually some kind of a wraparound story, but she just
She was hosting these stories.
I thought I missed something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nope.
I thought there was something to do with German that I missed.
My entire thing about this was I would have rather watched a porno.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
When it was also
I'd have rather watched the Phantasm porno.
Exactly.
I have to watch. I have to watch that now that I know it exists.
Oh my god!
I gave it.
Oh, you didn't know it? I never talked about it. Oh god, you're in for a good time. Maybe.
I gave it a 1. I gave it a 1 myself, just for that one sketch with the people in the hotel room. That's all. That's all nice I can say.
That dude was an okay actor.
Yeah.
He didn't like stick out to me where he was that bad. Like he was okay.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
So I would say
way up.
Yeah.
No.
So I would say that's it is. I don't know how people get money for shit like this. I don't understand. So
this sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
All right, now it's time for Jean-Paul's trailer trash.
Woohoo! So I got some fun stuff this time. First, I'm going to tease, what the wonderful trend that's going on in Hollywood. The reboots, the requels, or whatever you want to call it. Coming very soon. The reboot of Schlockfest.
Oh.
Schlockwork Orange.
And this is not a Randy torture mechanism. This is
not a Randy torture mechanism.
I wasn't even invited.
The whole premise of this is me and my co-host, which, I'll leave it to a surprise when we do our first show. We get to torture each other with all kind of fun gems. The first one was going to be this fun gem that I decided to torture you guys with. This 1999 American horror comedy by Brian O'Halloran. Anybody? Any guess?
Brian O'Halloran from Clerks?
No, not O'Halloran. O'Haller.
I have no idea.
None.
From 99? Right. No, I don't know.
All right.
No idea.
All right.
Here we go.
There's that footage.
It's going to be Rock and Roll Frankenstein.
Oh, it's quiet.
The world has ever seen.
Oh, God.
Putting the best parts together.
You want us to dig up Hendrix?
Oh, out, peace, Jimmy, man.
What I hope to discover is no less than the secret of life.
The king.
Final piece.
A cock?
What year was this?
1999.
99.
No.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may have some side effects due to the diversion.
Oh my God.
I can't show my creation to the world if he's a dud.
Oh my God.
I mean, this doesn't look like it would be a bad time. I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
It's on Tubi.
You stole Liberace slime.
Lord.
Oh my
I've
God.
been having a natural age. Got me the boner blues.
I want to make you
Oh my
big and
God.
hard.
My dangler. My rope-a-dope. My Venus schnitzel. My bone-headed boner wants
Was that
to stick
Tiger
in
King?
bungholes.
You want a doggy style.
Something like that.
All right, now it's seeming like a bad time.
You don't need
What do you
this
think,
long of a
doctor?
trailer for
Can
this
you cure me?
movie.
Yeah, we get it.
Have I ever?
I'll watch this. I mean,
I might check it out too.
No, don't do it. Classic case
Yeah.
of denial.
So this director of this fine film is basically a sound editor for a lot of like 80s TV shows. One of his claim to fame, he did 12 episodes of Tales from the Dark Side.
oh,
Cool.
All right.
So the sound quality in this is amazing. I'm just saying. So yeah. Like I said, guys, lately
torture session.
I've been listening to a lot of Meatloaf and a lot of Two Live Crew. So this is my mindset. This next gem, 1990s, directed by James Bond the Third. And I'll give
Bond
you
the Third.
Yes, I'll give you the brief summary. An evil succubus is preying on African American men in New York City. Anybody?
Oh, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a call.
I was looking for where that was coming from. I did not know. I was like, "Is that me?"
I thought I was having a
No,
stroke.
it's me. Hey, what's up? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Who are you talking to?
I'm on my podcast.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, when I get home.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye.
All right, bye. Fuck it, leave it in.
You didn't let me say love you too. Damn it.
Just hang on a second, because I'm having a fucking problem having this thing open up here.
I'm sorry.
That was it actually worked out quite well because
oh, good. Edit.
I was having
Yeah.
a hard time there.
So any guesses, guys? I'll give you Samuel Jackson's in this, and Keaton Hardison from A Different World.
Kadeem?
Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
No.
you mean Kadeem Hardison?
Yes, Kadeem.
Yeah,
Hardison.
Dwayne Wayne.
Dwayne Wayne is in this movie with Sam Jackson.
I
It's a
1990.
horror movie?
Is a horror movie.
It's a trauma movie.
It's an evil succubus. So I have to thank James Gunn for reminding me of this movie after watching Peacemaker. So it's Death by Temptation.
Woo.
Oh, that one. Okay, I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
Good old Uncle Lloyd Kaufman Productions. Gives you poor music and everything.
His destiny had been foretold. Its fate had been forewarned. He did not know that something so sweet could be so.
I think you know what that was.
Now, the fate of mankind hangs in the balance as Kadeem Hardison, TV's Dwayne Wayne.
This honey I met the other night is bad. Bad. Super bad.
This is back when everything was deaf.
Do the right thing. Get busy in the first contemporary horror thriller of its kind.
It's the first, come on.
James Bond III's Death by Temptation. She's every man's dream and your worst nightmare.
She leaves with men, and you never see them again.
Dude, I'm so in.
It's a different world where you're coming from.
They used to play this trailer.
I've heard of this and never seen it.
They used to play
It's
this
amazing.
trailer on every trauma video when you.
Yes, they did.
I mean,
I'm confused by the title. Is it Death or Death?
oh, it's deaf. Like
Deaf.
kind of. What does that mean? Funky?
Deaf is like fly. It's cool.
The beast.
guests. Death by Temptation, a new movie from Troma. With new music by Ashford and Simpson, Melba Moore, Najee, and Freddie Jackson.
Hey, Freddie.
It means
Freddie Jackson.
Yeah.
Got the
That's
car
right,
looking
boys
like
and girls.
Freddie Jackson.
It's a bitchin' soundtrack.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
I might watch it just for the soundtrack.
I do need to watch it.
I believe I found it free on YouTube.
I thought I saw it on Shudder or Tubi or something.
Somebody's got it too.
It's probably on YouTube. I mean,
yeah. So my last choice, after seeing the wonderful new trailer of that new Jurassic Park movie, I said, man, this reminds me of this movie I saw like 2 years ago. But it's a little different. In the movie I'm talking about, it's the near future, and a spaceship crashes into this unknown planet where people face their greatest fears, dinosaurs.
Oh, man.
This is Jurassic Galaxy.
Oh, God.
Emergency code 7415. This is Flight Commander 2nd Class of Earthship Galileo.
Earthship Galileo.
We need assistance.
Trying to get us to run.
It's the planet. It's doing something to us.
Oh my God.
Now you're talking about language.
Dinosaurs and business.
Oh yeah, man.
I just like that they used the same font as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looked like a video game animations there.
Oh, I mean,
or maybe
it's
like
one of
free YouTube green screen animation.
It's one of Tubi's finest.
Digital bear.
Digital dinos. Well, that was quite an experience, Jean-Paul.
Yeah, enjoy the trash.
Yeah, and do you guys have a YouTube set up for your new schlock?
It's the reboot. It's Clockwork Orange.
Schlockwork
where
Orange.
We're all going to make each other watch random and fucked up shit.
That's awesome.
All right. Well,
Clockwork Orange.
I can see the shirt.
This time, Randy's not involved.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get him once.
Oh, gee.
No more shock treatment. No more shock treatment.
No more shock.
No more reefer madness.
Clockwork Orange.
That's all I just have to continue to watch good stuff from here on out. Thanks.
Yeah,
There
we'll
you
see.
go.
We have some things to talk about. Anyways, thanks, Jean-Paul. We will see you next time. Yeah, let's get back to the show. Let's get into 1991s. Sometimes they come back. I knew that that Rob's pick was going to be a little crazy, so I went with a safe bet on this one. I knew that I remembered liking this a lot when I was a kid, and I still do quite a bit. A man and his family returned to his hometown, where he is then harassed by teenagers who died when he was a kid. Directed by Jason, do you have any information before I move on?
Tagline. Well, you normally say the director.
Do I? I thought I waited. I can go.
Go ahead.
Directed by Tom McLaughlin, who did Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, and One Dark Night, which we've reviewed on the show.
Love both of them.
Written by Lawrence Connor, who's done a lot of stuff. The Many Saints of Newark, Boardwalk Empire, Jewel of the Nile. Mark Rosenthal, who has a similar resume. They must be a partner. It's based on a short story by Stephen King. So what do you got,
in
Jason?
the Night Shift collection?
Tagline: with Pet Cemetery and Misery, Stephen King scared you to death. Now he's going to scare you back to life. Distributed by CBS. Made for TV.
TV movie.
I had no idea about
Neither did I.
No, so neither did I. Like my notes, I even wrote down plays like a TV movie. And then when I actually went to the distribution. I was like, but I still did
I
it get
never
a theatrical
saw it.
release?
I rented
it's
it.
rated R.
I
Me
remember
too.
renting it. That was
Me
so,
too.
So
That's all
this
I ever
must have
saw was
been.
rented.
They must have. Well, I mean,
must have been a
and why is it
miniseries.
even rated R? I mean, there ain't nothing.
Yeah, but like, if it would have been a mini series, they would have made a thing about it, especially on CBS. Like everyone knew about it.
Right.
You know what I
but
mean?
maybe
That was like,
but there was so many at this time, that maybe
maybe.
Yeah, they had the golden.
It's like the
Years,
equivalent of a
It,
Lifetime
the
movie.
Stand,
because I think
yeah, that's
when
true.
I think you can find trailers that are like,
So did it have a theatrical release?
should have.
I mean, it has a one sheet, and it's
Mhm.
rated R. So like, they played the edited version on TV and released it. I don't.
There wasn't much
understand.
they had to cut out. If
There
they,
ain't no way
showed
it
it
was
edited.
They're not going to show it on TV and then have a theatrical. Who's going to go out and watch it after you've already?
Right.
I
seen it on
definitely
TV?
don't remember seeing
Yeah, I don't
anything about it on TV.
But it is on Blu-ray through White Oak in 2015.
This movie's got a couple cast highlights. You got Tim Matheson, who plays Jim Norman. You'll know him from Black Sheep, Fletch, a ton of other stuff. Robert Russler's in this movie. Always nice to see him. He plays Lawson. You'll see him in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Thrashing, Weird Science. We interviewed him on one of our old podcasts. Really cool guy. Robert High Gorman as Scott Norman. You'll remember this kid as the kid from Leprechaun. He's also in Mr. Nanny and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. A lot of stuff. I did notice right off the bat, this has the TV movie feel. But a lot of Stephen King short stories that are turned into movies have some of these similar elements. If you look at, well, I mean, it was a TV movie, but the relationship between the brothers, he loves to have like a really saccharine relationship between brothers. And I don't know if it's because, I read that he was stuck with his brother all the time and they would redo each other. And maybe they had a, sugary sweet relationship, but I don't know. Me and my sister didn't go. Jason has brothers. Did you guys have this fucking palling around shit? I mean,
No,
but no. Yeah.
Gary beat me up and Eric kind of stood up for me.
There you go. So, I realized when I was watching this that I confused Tim Matheson and Rob Lowe quite a bit, like a ridiculous amount. Like I'll be thinking about a movie and I'll be like, is that Rob Lowe or Tim Matheson? I can't, like, sometimes I just can't figure it out. And I realized the reason is it's like that Gary Busey and Nick Nolte kind of thing. Like like Gary Busey looks like if you poured some water on Nick Nolte and then a bunch of things popped off of him, they'd be Gary Busey. And then if you fed him after midnight, who the fuck knows what happened? But that's the same thing with Tim Matheson and Rob Lowe. Like Tim Matheson looks like someone spilled water on Rob Lowe, and then like a bunch of, or vice versa, either way. Very handsome gremlins though. I mean, good looking guys. But like I said, Robert Russler's in this. I don't know why he's not in more things, because he's great in everything that you see him in, even in that small part he's in Tales of Halloween. It's just he's great. He's fun. He's good. I like him.
He was in that Jacob's Wife.
Oh yeah.
Crampton.
Yeah, that'll be good. Like I said, the brothers thing. There are so many similarities to it and Stand By Me and even Dreamcatcher with these flashback scenes. Like it really, I don't know if when you make a Stephen King movie, you have to have like these flashbacks that are so similar, like in tone and everything. Like they all seem like TV, even the ones from the new It, the flashback scenes are always the same vibe. Like it's never different. I don't care who the director is. So that's just my opinion though. I laughed out loud at one point in this movie when Tim Matheson's sitting on the porch crying and his wife comes out and says, I thought I heard a child crying. And he's like, yeah, that was me. And the choice that this actress makes to like it's like a combination of sympathy for this man while also at the same time losing every bit of sexual desire to like fuck. And it's all right there on her face. It's one of the best things. But yeah, this is just fun, man. The greaser ghosts coming back. It's really fun when they appear in class. And you know, I like this movie a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Stephen King adaptions. You know, right there with Needful Things, or there's a bunch of them, I guess. I think I've recently discovered that I like Stephen King more than I thought I did. I always kind of shit on him, but I've got like 9 movies, like, and I like them all, you know, like, you know, but yeah, just the worst actor in this movie. I just wanted to point him out. He's the guy that plays Chip. He's the football player guy. And there's this whole part where they've got him in the car and he's acting scared, and it's some of the worst scared acting you're ever going to see. He's just terrible. And then the scene where they toss his body parts out of the car is like some old school, I don't even know how to it's bologna cake, like shit. I mean, it seems like
I ain't heard that term in a while.
It seems like, have you ever seen children shouldn't play with dead things? Like that's what it reminded me of, because first of all, it's like 50s car.
You didn't like it?
I did like it, but it looks funny. Silly. It's bad. Yeah. It's like a bad scene. Like the guy's like all scared and his acting's terrible. The guys are like in his face, and then they just kill him. But it's such a like, there should be some music like that horn from fucking Price is Right or whatever, you know. It's but this movie is like comfort food for me, so I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's satisfying like Thanksgiving. Yeah. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, so I saw this as a kid, but the only thing I could remember was the greasers, the car, and a train. Like that's the only thing I retained from watching this. This is the first time since then, so like there's no nostalgia factor for me at all. Yeah, so we got a ghost revenge movie, and there's some dramatic parts in this. I use a voice recorder on my phone. I was like, "Hey, Frank, how you holding up?"
You know, it's too
touching moments.
It's too saccharine. Yeah. It's too TV movie. Like anytime there's a brother, the thing I noticed anytime the brothers,
hallmark of horror,
right? Anytime the brothers are having a moment, I want, if you're going to watch this again, keep an eye out for the mom. Almost anytime that the brothers are out there having a moment, the mom is standing in a door with some rag, just like proudly observing. And it's like that kind of shit is too much. That can't break me, because I'm like, TV movie. Like, like he's always washing a dish. You know,
badass ghost car. I love the car. Not a lot of practical effects, but what there is, I thought looked great. The greasers look great. But my favorite part of the movie, and it's funny sometimes how different we are, is the ghost car on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
When the first time they show their face, and then it cuts away to a great camera angle. The it's backlit perfectly, and then you just start seeing body parts chucked out of the car. I loved it. Like,
I didn't, like I said, I didn't hate it.
Part of the movie.
The acting before that, I did hate. I thought it was the worst.
I guess I didn't notice the guy. Like I watched this movie after watching Bright Vision, so these guys were. Everything was like this. Really isn't a fair rating. Yeah, I mean, back to back here. So it has a touching ending. Pulls on the heartstrings. It's a good movie. I'll pick this up someday for sure. I gave it a 6.
Yeah, Stephen King does do that to me sometimes, because, well, not just Stephen King. The miniseries at the end, when John Ritter's riding down the fucking hill with his wife on the bike. You remember that?
Well, that's not John Ritter. That's John Boy Walton.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's true.
But yeah,
that part gets
sad
me.
As fuck, because she's like a deaf mute at that point. She's still trapped in the deadlights.
What's her name?
Oh,
Lila.
Moira.
Moira. Yeah.
Moira.
Oh,
Yep.
Moira.
No. Audra.
Yeah.
Audra.
Oh, Audra.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He's got his
Moira
pony.
was Hook.
There's
He's got
another
his-
one that's Moira though. I know that. Yeah.
He's got his ponytail going and stuff. He's
Oh,
really-
yeah.
But anyways, continue, guys. Where we at?
All right. So I do remember getting this VHS when I was a kid. Definite cool cover. What was it? Silhouetted guys with glowing eyes and fire behind their car and stuff. It was super cool. Dug it. I had no idea this was a TV movie. No idea at all, because like I said, I don't remember ever seeing this advertised or anything. They might have just scrapped it and dumped it to VHS or something. It did play out like the TV movie, like you guys said, lots of fade to black transitions. So that helped Tubi. It was pre-edited. They knew when to throw in the commercial breaks there. I also had no idea it was written in 1974 by Stephen King. So that was like a real like that's an oldie. I had no idea.
It's in the collection of short stories Night Shift.
You know, I read that when I was a lot younger, and I didn't remember reading that one. But yeah, anyways, I like Tim Matheson. You know, he was Otter in Animal House, and he was also the voice of Johnny Quest, the original Johnny Quest series.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, that first season before they got like the robot and all that shit years later. It was weird. Anyways, like Tim Matheson, the little kid, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. I always thought him and the brother from Poltergeist were the same dude. And they must have had a time machine or something, because they look similar.
They do. Yeah.
It is so weird. I like the greasers were super cool. The one with blonde hair, I guess he was in that. He was in Scent of a Woman. He played one of the three rich frat kids that Al Pacino was going up against. You know, he's defending his buddy against, if you ever saw that movie. Okay, I have a gripe. One gripe. How did nobody else know what the fuck Milford was?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How?
It's a
cemetery.
Local cemetery.
Yeah.
Also,
I got a gripe too.
How didn't anyone recognize these guys aside from him? Like, there's no one else.
That principal was probably there when they were kids. He should have known.
There was plenty of people that should have recognized the kids that died by the train. You're in a small town. Everybody knows the kids that got
That'd be news.
That makes that's like the legend of the tunnel. You know what I mean? That's like, that becomes an urban legend.
And would you, if that happened to you when you were a kid, would you ever go to that tunnel again? Not me. Not fucking ever, for any reason.
No
especially not if there's ghosts happening.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Meet me at the tunnel.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, they had to play it all out.
I'm moving to a different town.
So real quick, my gripe. I mean, how fast is that kid riding a bike? Because he is just way out ahead when he takes off in his van or whatever to chase after him. Like, he never catches up with him. I'm like, this kid's driving like he's riding his bike like 60 miles.
Don't forget, only that kid and him could see the car.
Yeah, but the kid riding a bike is just like you can see.
Well, he
him
was driving a
from the
VW
parking
bus.
lot.
That town looked like it had a lot of twists and turns. He wasn't gonna flip that bus. Always wondered why they the one dude was a puppet when they showed their real faces. I believe it was North, the kind of chubby Elvis looking one. His was like a weird little hand puppet, but I kind of liked it. While the others was practical. Maybe they didn't have them long enough. Yeah, it looked like a
they did
like a mechanical head. Yeah, like when he goes, okay, let's show him the face, boys. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely not a dude.
Again.
Definitely not a dude.
Like,
I think maybe it was.
Yeah.
It was real wild, but it worked. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I still liked it. It was the scene that they cut that dude. Time to rock, jock. Splashes. I love all the little splashes, and I love the head juggle out the window. That was funny. Like that's probably why it was rated R, that scene alone. That was it though. That's the only rated R thing. There's no cussing at all. You know, maybe they say shit once, but that's it. I always thought Lawson in his demon makeup, he looked like Leprechaun. He had those lines. It was the cheeks and the dark eyes and stuff. I always thought he looked like Leprechaun. The very final scene where everything plays out the way it should, and that the train with the red and stuff and the sound, like that was, I love that scene. That was really cool. But yeah, I love this. This is a really good movie. I've liked this ever since I was a kid. It is a 7 out of 10 for me.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah, same thing as you guys. I grew up loving Stephen King movies and Stephen King stories. Rented this, same thing. I think Tim Matheson's really awesome. He's kind of underrated. He's in a lot of stuff nowadays too, you know, that's really good. He's been a character actor for a long time and other things too, but he's always solid. I mean, the zombie greasers look awesome, like we were just talking about. I can't, and the car, man, that car is so cool. I wish I had a car that cool, you know.
Yeah, it was bad.
The thing I do like about Stephen King stories are he's really good at balancing characters and the supernatural stuff. I think, you know, I feel like it's always really interesting what his ideas are for why shit is, how it weaves in and out, basically. And I thought this did a really good job of that. I love that ending. That ending is really good. And I unfortunately watched this first and then watched Fright Vision.
So did I.
Was severely disappointed, you know. So well, I mean, what can I say that you guys haven't already said? In all honesty, the makeup again was awesome. I love that it was written by the guy who did the Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. I mean, all around, it's one of the better Stephen King adaptations that come out of that time period. So I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's also one of the only Stephen King stories that doesn't kind of fuck it up at the end. I think, like, he always does that, and
like change the ending to make it fit more cinematic or something.
There's just always something weird at the end of his stories, it seems like. And you know, I like what he can do with the help of other people, because it's like his opinion on his own work I have no value in, because, you know, even like that Shining, he likes the TV version more than the Kubrick version, and I think Kubrick fixed his story. Like, I think that Kubrick cleaned it up, made it a movie. Like, he just polished it up, made it like a perfect fucking movie. There's nothing admittedly, he did do all that weird shit to Shelley Duvall, and, you know, there's some problems with the production of it, but he made a perfect movie. So Stephen King couldn't do that by himself. He'd make maximum fucking whatever the hell, which is it, but it's not
that movie's awesome.
It is good, but you know, he's had a lot of coke. You just can't rely on it. But
he's even in on it nowadays. He admits it, like in the new It movies, you know, he plays the pawn shop guy, and he even busts the dude's balls, who's supposed to be him, Bill Dunbro, you know.
Right.
He says, "Oh, you're that guy that writes all those horror stories. Do you like them?" "Nah, I mean, they're okay. I hate the endings."
Yeah, you know, I like him as a person. I think he's hilarious, the shit he does sometimes. And, you know, I want to see what his music sounds like, because he's got a band. Have you seen this band he's in?
Yeah. They play 50s shit, dude.
Yeah, I just want to see that. I want to see it. But yeah, I'm right here. I'm going to put in, just to kind of wrap this whole thing up, this, you know, for this movie, a clip from our Robert Russler interview where he talks about this movie. So we'll come back from that and discuss what's going on next month.
So yeah, let's move on to Vamp. That is another one of my favorites, dude. I love that one. It's almost like, you know, it got pushed behind a few other things. 1986, by the way, was a hot fucking year for good movies. I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah, I loved Vamp, man. I had a blast.
Yeah, that is great.
I mean, I was raging in 1986, my friends. I was having such a good time, man. I mean, you know, honestly, my wife knows this about me. She knows who she married, but I mean, I was just boning down everything that moves, and I was making movies, and I was having a great time.
Robert, let's slow this down. What it was like to be a movie star and be 20, 25 years old and having every chick in the fucking world wanting to bang you. That is insane, right?
Yeah, it did not suck.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, what we were doing back then is we were just enjoying, man, and having fun. And, you know, Downey and I were best friends, and, you know, his movie career was taking off, and I had the blessings and opportunities to be working and doing films that I enjoyed, and working with Vamp and meeting Richard, who was a fantastic director on Vamp. Grace Jones.
Oh,
Kenny
God.
Watanabe,
What's going on there?
Chris Makepeace. All these guys. You know who I really, really enjoyed working with, too, was Sandy Barron. And I remember Sandy Barron as a kid, and he was a very famous comedian. And I remember he had when I was a real young boy, I used to see the Sandy Barron show. And he had like a little like comedy hour on television, and he was sort of like a Milton Berle kind of guy. And meeting him and working with him and finding out that he was just like a lovable stoner was pretty cool.
Nice. So yeah, Grace Jones. Let's kick back to her real quick. Wow, what's going on with her, man? Were you guys?
You know, I didn't realize how amazing Grace is. You know, like first of all, she speaks like 8 languages.
Wow. So where's she from originally?
Originally Jamaica.
I see.
Yeah. But you know, just really was totally into the whole Euro scene and New York and the Andy Warhol scene, and you know, she was a big disco queen, and you know, she had already started her acting career and was just a really strong personality. And one thing I learned a lot from Grace too. You know, Grace was very adamant about sticking to your guns, and when in Rome, not doing as the Romans do, but doing as you do, and staying true to yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, Grace was just a really powerful personality and super cultured and well-read, and you know, a musician and an actress and a poet and an artist. And she introduced me to a lot of great people. We went to New York. I think that's about the time that I was sort of kind of dating Brooke Shields.
Whoa.
We were kind of hanging out, and I was really into Brooke. I thought she was like, you know.
Yeah, she was pretty good looking, man.
Yeah, and super sweet, super nice, and we were just being really innocent in our relationship. By the way, we weren't full boyfriend girlfriend. We were kind of dating, and I just really enjoyed hanging with her. And we had gone out to some nightclubs in New York, and Grace introduced me to a lot of really important artists and socially impactful people. You know, like the whole artist scene over at. We went one night to a Andy Warhol party, and I had never, you know, been in that kind of an environment before. And you know, all of a sudden we step into this spot up on Park Avenue, and the elevator door opens into this palace, and it was like, you know, 70% of the people in that room were people that I had recognized from various parts of entertainment, from the music business to acting. There was even some politicians mixed in with a little bit of underbelly, which was kind of cool. It was like that whole mix. And, you know, it was just a really exciting time for me. And it was inspiring, very inspiring.
Yeah.
And we partied down, man. We got down. We had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. And, you know, we painted the town red.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I can only imagine, dude. That must the partying must have been crazy. So, were you and Grace Jones ever a number or not?
No,
Okay.
I didn't want Dolph Lundgren to choke me out. So.
Yeah, I don't think you could hold up to Dolph Lundgren. Nothing against you, Robert, but Dolph Lundgren is a fucking...
I mean, I've been known to whoop an ass, but Dolph Lundgren, I didn't want to have anything to do with him. Actually, Grace and I were just friends. And we were never like, even though it was rumored at the time that a lot of people, because we were so close, thought that, you know, we were banging, but not even.
She's a beautiful woman, man. In her own right, she is a beautiful specimen of a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's awesome, man.
Yeah.
She's powerful.
Wow.
Yeah. She's also intimidating.
Yeah, I got that just from, I mean, I never met her, but I've got that from the movie, absolutely. When she comes out and does that little dancing number, holy gee, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and that was another cool person that I had met through her was the artist that painted her body makeup was Keith Haring.
Wow.
And, you know, Keith Haring has, you know, really made an impact in the art world, and may he rest in peace. But, you know, the funny thing is I was hanging out with him and laughing, and we were just like, honestly, just smoking a lot of fatties together. The guy liked to smoke good kush.
So,
wow. And one day he makes me this T-shirt, you know, and he does this whole collage of, you know, how he does those sort of outlines of people.
Yeah.
He was very famous for that. So he drew me this whole T-shirt. It took him about, I don't know, 30 minutes, and he signed the bottom of it and he gave it to me, and after he had passed away, I was looking through all my stuff for that T-shirt, and I couldn't find it. And I never, to this day, know what happened to it. And an art dealer told me that shirt at the time would have been worth about $100,000.
Jesus.
So I lost a $100,000 T-shirt.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. But the cool thing is just knowing that more than having that was just kind of like the memories of just hanging with that dude and having a lot of laughs and, you know, going out to eat in New York and hanging out in Central Park and playing Frisbee. And it was, like I said, you know, I felt really blessed. And looking back in hindsight, I didn't realize how good I had it. You know, I certainly didn't think I was taking it for granted. Yeah. But if I would do it over again, I think I would have paid more attention to what I was doing. But maybe that was part of also why I had so much fun, because I didn't really analyze the situations. I just utilized them all, you know?
We're back. And if I can't say, since we did watch the Robert Ressler clip, he was another thing about this movie I really liked. I think he shines in this movie. I wish he was in more stuff. I like that guy. So
yeah. So up next for next month, it's Robert and Ray who have picked. And Ray, do you want to tell everybody what you picked?
Jason, I specifically spent time this time. So this is, and I went through Tubi and I picked a bunch of different ones, and I fucking investigated and I watched some trailers because I wanted to get one that I thought would be. There's no doubt this is a horror film. So
it's better. As long as it's better than Fright Vision.
I think he did. I think he did quite well. But
it's called Hellblazers. Hellblazers. It's a Tubi original. It's got Tony Todd, Bruce Dern, and I believe Bridget Bardot.
There's a ton of people in it, man. Yeah. The list you sent me was pretty expansive.
And it's about this cult who brings a demon back to Earth, and then they try to control it to kill people in this town that they're in.
We have a close-knit community here. It's been that way for 50 years.
Hey, Sheriff!
I get it. You big town folk aren't too keen on small town living.
I like the quiet, actually, Rick.
Because we got plenty of that.
Anything new to report?
There might be a rabid coon up in Foxtail Canyon.
Really?
I hate to tell you, Joe, but nothing too exciting happens around here.
Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. Morning, Bill.
I want to make a complaint.
About what exactly?
On my property last night, I had trespassers. They were dressed in sheets. Then they started chanting in a gibberish kind of a language.
Fucking love Bruce Stern.
Hey, bud, look at me. All hell's about to break loose.
Joe!
What the hell's going on here, Joe?
Well, some asshole said some fancy words and raised a goddamn demon out of hell.
What are you gonna do?
All right.
Oh. Yeah, this looks good.
We gotta level the playing field.
Yeah, I can only assume they don't show you Billy Zane because he's some crazy fucking dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see him in there? Because I didn't see him. And
I was wondering if maybe he was the demon.
Could have
They
been.
were fighting there.
I don't know.
That'd be awesome, actually.
But Robert picked Starry Eyes. Have you guys seen that? Ray said he hadn't seen it.
I've seen it.
No.
Let me pull that
Really
up here.
cool.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, Ray.
All right.
The girl's a really good actor.
It's one of those award. I think it won some awards. Maybe we'll see.
Larry Fessenden produced, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think because this chick's in like all his movies and stuff.
Hang on.
Almost all of them.
Okay.
Oh, look at all those
Welcome to
awards.
Taters. My name is Sarah. Can I start you guys off with an order of our Freedom Tots?
We got all these people, all our friends. They're just sitting around trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out how to make something.
I thought you were avoiding me.
Why would you think that? Because I stole your role.
What's going on with you lately?
I work so hard. Every week it's a new class, a new audition. Hopefully you'll see something in me. I know I'd be great for this.
We'll be in touch.
Hello, Sarah. We'd like to see you again. And Sarah, this will be different.
Sarah, relax yourself.
Sarah, if you can't fully let yourself go, how can you ever transform into something else?
I'm dying!
No. You're being reborn.
Your face would be on the poster on a wall in a lobby of a movie theater. A theater with a marquee. Kill your old life, Sarah. Bury it in the earth. And join us in the skies.
That's me. I'm your
Yeah.
girl.
Frank,
I
I
will
don't know if you're
whatever
gonna
it
like
takes for
it.
this role.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, I do like it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
right up my
why.
alley.
I don't know why I like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just the story is really good. I have no idea.
I like that. I like her. She is really, really good. And
There's-
she played she was in Dr. Sleep, amongst other things. She was she played Shelley Duvall. The Shelley Duvall
Oh.
part, and she nailed it.
There's there's stuff about it I don't like, but overall I thought it was like a cool movie, especially since that all that weird shit. You always hear stories about that weird shit in Hollywood, like the culty kind of shit. Whatever. Anyways, we'll look forward
I'm
to that.
down. It looks good.
Both of them gonna be way better than Terror.
Oh God, yeah.
Not Terror Vision. Terror Vision's a good movie. Fright
Oh,
Vision.
no.
That's
Yeah.
another thing. That's another thing. Don't dip your toes in that fucking water. You don't deserve that. Um, anyways, one last thing before we go, I posted up a thing on TikTok asking for 5-word reviews of Lost Boys. So Dragon Eyes 18 said, I even like the sequels. I can't go with you on that one. I've only seen one of them though. So Rob Castle 13 says the best vampire movie ever. The Real Duke Bison says a comedic vampire movie classic. Had to stop by says nothing will come close ever. And LinkedIn 421 says, who doesn't like rice, Michael? Some pretty good reviews there. Yeah, but that's all I got. You guys have we got show and tell. Who's got something? What do you got?
I got some.
Oh,
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
no, go ahead,
I'm
John.
sorry.
Raise unfurling parchment. I think we should have.
No, I was
Okay.
just. No, you're good.
All right, cool. So I got this Mego set of Young Frankenstein.
Oh, man.
Yeah, those are nice.
That's really cool.
Out of the box. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, because I am actually gonna be doing
a show with them. Oh,
Yep.
are you? You doing a?
Yeah. No. A review show. A review show. I do that a little bit on the show.
You had me.
So
you got a tent set up. It's in a park.
I'm actually gonna be doing a little bit of a show. I don't know.
It's
really good.
Don, I would pay $1,000 to watch that.
Awesome. I'm doing it.
Those are awesome though.
Thank you.
Ray, what do you got? Let's see the parchment.
Well, I got 3 things, if I can. I'll make it quick.
Yeah. Well,
this one isn't mine, but I wanted to mention it. Okay.
Okay.
Jean-Paul let me borrow the Thing 4K Blue or
Nice.
4K high def, and this is a steel book, by the way, too. Really cool art on it.
Mhm.
But let me tell you guys, I have been experiencing 4K in its glory lately, and I'm addicted. This is the best this movie has looked in my entire adult life, in my opinion. I can't stress it enough. If you have a 4K, player and a 4K 8 UHD TV, get this. I'm buying it. I've got it on order. It is ridiculous. Have you guys seen it on 4K?
No, I've just seen it on blue.
I mean, it looks amazing. So,
so have you slipped down that slope of buying stuff a little too much?
I have Dawn of the Dead on the way. Yeah, and I bought Justice League, the Zack Snyder one. Man, it looks good. If you like superhero stuff, it
probably looks good even if you don't, right?
Yeah, even if you don't. I got the Planet of the Apes trilogy. My God, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite sci-fi movies, and it looks just
cool,
unbelievable. What else did I grab? Rogue One, highly recommend that. Looks great.
That's a great movie.
Inglourious Bastards too. Fantastic.
But those are a lot. What's the price on these things? Like
$22 a piece. I got them. The Dawn of the Dead was about 50. So
yeah, you're gonna
That makes
you're gonna get that. Yep.
Dipped into a little savings. I'll make it up.
What's life for? What's life for?
Right. Up next, a couple of books. I know Jason's really excited about this.
Yeah, let's read them right now.
Oh shit!
Read them. Read it to us.
Tender is the Flesh. A friend of mine sent me this for my birthday. I had never heard of this till recently. It's by a Spanish author, Agustina Bazterrica. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's about a future world where we have run out of meat, like animals no longer exist, and we are starting to cultivate people to eat, like cattle. And I'm excited to read that. I'm going to start reading it. And then also I wanted to give a shout out to our buddy Dirk Manning. I know this is called Buried But Not Dead. His one of his series. I know he's got some new stuff coming out, and you guys should check him out if you're not familiar. Dirk Manning.
He must
just an amazing collection of short stories.
He must get around because I just saw a picture of him at the Ghost show in Toledo with Kevin Stahl, our friend, Big Kev. He took a picture with Dirk Manning in Toledo at a Ghost show. And then you guys were talking to him on that other podcast. So,
yeah, he comes to the comic book shop. He knows he's friends with the comic book shop, Pack Rat Comics by my house, the owners. So he comes there once a year and does their big free comic book day.
Right.
But it was funny that he was like, "Do you want a picture?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." I don't do that. I just don't like it. I don't like that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
But I got to sign. Both of those are signed copies. But this one is really good. It's called Buried but Not Dead. It's a collection of short stories. It's just fantastic. The artwork is amazing. So that's mine.
All right, Jason, what's up?
I got some movies in. This one, it's Code Red, and I ain't gonna get into that, but The Forest.
It looks cool.
1980s slasher that. So let's be honest.
I've seen it.
Love that tagline.
I've never heard of it, so it's probably not one of the top shelf ones, or I would have seen it.
That artwork
now,
is though. That looks great.
Yeah, the artwork's sweet.
Okay, so let me bitch about that. So it's Code Red. Let me bitch a little bit here. Slipcover, yeah.
Yeah.
Same artwork.
Oh, come on. Is there a reverse?
No. Look, plain white.
What?
Same artwork on the Blu-ray.
Nothing
come
in there.
on, put a little bit of effort into it.
Something. There's a reason you buy them.
I watched a guy on YouTube, and he got this in not too long ago. He's a big slasher fan. He said it was worth seeing. So I mean, I gotta have it. It was decent price. 4K release, Arrow, Bird with a Crystal Plumage.
That's nice.
Cool.
Very cool set. Nice big book with it. There's a poster in here, and I think it's like a TV ad or something. Not a theatrical release, but like a newspaper ad for it or something. I'm going to look into it. It's pretty cool. I think about hanging that one up.
I've never seen that. Is that Giallo? That's Argento.
Giallo.
Right?
And I tell you what, I'm getting into them hard. They're starting to take me over. Like, I mean, they're pretty much slashers, just a little bit more style.
They're like
detective
Hitchcock slashers.
Yeah, like they're I don't know. They're starting to grab me. You can see Deep Red. That's probably the king of all. Yeah, the New York Ripper. I got that on 4K. I can't wait to watch that one. This one, this is late 80s, but another 80s slasher that I never watched it because I thought it was just a cash grab on the name. But Evil Dead Trap. So
that's a whole different.
Yeah,
that's a different series, right? Like there's the
Japanese. Yeah, it's not Japanese slasher with a strong Italian vibe to it. That's what I've heard. This is a blind buy. Like I said, I figured I saw Evil Dead and just assumed they were just trying to.
But there's like there's sequels to that, right? There's sequels to that film.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't got that far.
There's I think there's at least 3. I think it's at least a trilogy.
Oh my!
Yeah,
well,
Evil Dead. I think
so. Check that out. And Jesus, I've been waiting for this to come out. This is one of those ones that has deserved a Blu-ray release. It was the top of my list, and sure enough, Arrow put it out. Don't Go in the House.
Nice.
I remember that.
Frank, you're actually getting the DVD. It's just so dark and so grimy. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, that's the blowtorch guy, right?
Yeah, it's so brutal. Like what he does, man. Like he just.
I love that.
Yeah, I can't wait to check that one out. Then my last one, my wife got it for me for Valentine's Day. An Upgrade. Nothing but trouble.
I'm getting that DVD too, right?
Yeah, you're getting that DVD too. Right?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, you got a nice haul coming, man. I was boxing these up. I'm like, wow, this is.
Yeah, I felt bad that you had them all listed out because when you're like you dropped that price on me, I'm like, well, I'll just take them all. I mean, why wouldn't I? But here's a couple I have. I just got this, Demonic Toys. It is what it is. It's not the best, but I don't know. Full Moon's got me, man. I'm gonna end up owning a bunch of stupid shit from Full Moon. I just can just see it because they put out like a Ginger Dead Man set that is no Evil Bong, the Evil Bong set. It comes in, it has like a stash box, and it's I don't know, it's the whole setup.
You got a couple of trauma tapes heading your way.
Well, they bring them on. Here's something that I pulled out because I just went through and organized everything. This was not even unwrapped. I totally forgot I had it. Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it since I got it, but that will be happening soon.
I love that flick, man.
Totally fucking forgot it. I knew I had some Exorcist movie, but I forgot all about the artwork and everything.
Well, you got that one coming on DVD too, I believe.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Well, I'll probably pass that. I'm passing the ones that don't want on. I'm giving them to somebody else that
spread it.
Spread it around.
Yeah.
But does anybody else have anything? Because that's the fucking episode.
That's it.
We can shut it down and start a new session if you want.
No, God, no. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I know.
And I gotta watch Oak Island, so let's go.
Yeah.
What do you think of this wall of fame here I got going?
So check it out. Awesome. So check it out. I like it.
11 by 17.
It's making your camera.
Well, my camera is always
focus
done
a whole
that
bunch.
Can you turn your autofocus off on that?
Not with the front camera.
Huh.
I tried.
Oh, okay.
And I even put the TV. I paused the TV because with a TV playing live, like it changes the focus so much. I just paused it so it has the same lighting, and this is as good as it's gonna get.
It works.
Oh no, okay. Yeah,
but real quick before we go, what did you guys think of that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Just to get it out of the way.
I liked it, but it had many problems, man.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm waiting for everything to die down. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about it.
You can read my review.
Watch through the credits,
as I always do a review on Facebook.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Everybody's hating it.
Just watch through the credits.
Everybody's mad.
Everybody's hating it.
Everybody's
oh,
mad.
The bus scene's
I've seen people say no more Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, which sounds crazy to me because I'll watch a million of them. I don't care how many bad ones there are.
Yeah,
we didn't pay for it. I mean,
right?
Everybody
kind of did.
Well, I mean, you're gonna pay for it regardless.
The movie pass.
I would rather they have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that's okay once in a while than just some garbage about a princess I'm never going to
I think it's one of the best Leatherfaces out of any movie.
I think they should have kept they should never stop.
Great.
They should never stop with these big franchises. They should still be making Friday the 13th at the same consistency that they're making Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies and Friday Nightmare on Elm Street, all that shit. Why stop?
And if you put them out on Netflix, you don't have to worry about the ratings. You can make your slasher as gory and bloody as you want. And it doesn't matter. It's not going in the theaters.
Right.
Yeah.
And take advantage of that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like those Fear Street movies, man. Those Fear Street movies, if they would have been in the theater, they would have been PG-13 and fucking edited to shit.
All to hell.
They actually ended up being really good because they didn't have to worry about any of that fucking MPAA bullshit.
There you go.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm sorry to drag us on for a little longer. I just wanted to know before we left. But anyways, guys,
we should do an episode about it.
We
all family.
We can. Let me watch it, and we'll do it.
My wife wants to watch it with me, so I gotta watch it again. So
there you go. He's already in for it twice.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, have a good night, guys.
Good night, guys. See you next time.
Later.
Love you all.
Love you.
Back at you.